friend Coach Sullivan here with MJS Coaching Football. Been coaching football for 38 years, and I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I'm going to talk to you about how when we are in our Bulldog front package, specifically this package is utilized in a goal line short yardage, potentially red zone, okay, versus a two-back set in this case. And what happens if the offense shifts or just comes right out of a huddle or aligns if it's a no huddle up tempo in empty, okay? So a couple of things. I would encourage you to go to my red zone goal line short yardage playlist. But Bulldog itself is a grouping. I never change the names of the defenders. I just keep everything simple. Okay, we learn, the packages and who is the particular individual in a package. As an example, the rover is a defensive lineman, a fourth defensive lineman, but he's still the rover. Okay. The end, nose, and stud are defensive linemen as usual. They might be different in this package because it's goal line short yardage, but nonetheless, this is a four defensive lineman hand on the ground. So the rover's hand is on the ground. The whip is probably the substituted rover. And so the actual whip comes out because this isn't going to be a safety. This is going to be a bigger kid. The dime is going to be an inside linebacker body. So that's four defensive linemen, three inside linebackers, an outside linebacker, two corners, and a safety. So it's a different grouping, okay? But all that aside, all right, how do we adjust if the offense shifts from, in this case, an I-Pro 21 personnel, right, two backs, one tight end, to an empty set? Okay, well, the adjusting part of it. Two backs, okay, in this instance, I have one back adjusting to our right and the other back adjusting to our left. They could both adjust to the same side, okay? The point is this. When they each go to a different side, the safety picks up one, the inside linebacker picks up on the side that it goes to, picks up the other one. That leaves us with, okay, two inside linebackers. Okay, so that still gives us seven defenders in the box. The run game itself is severely limited because it's empty, but there are seven gaps and we still have seven defenders, and that's why we adjust this way. Please remember, right? Goal line, specifically, even short yardage. Okay, we're really anticipating to run the football in this particular grouping. All right, that's why we're not as likely to do this in the red zone. But even if the ball's on the 20 or our 19, we still only have 29 or 30 yards of field that we have to defend. Okay, so the adjusting is simple. The safety takes one back, the inside linebacker takes the other. If they were to both go to the same side, it would be inside linebacker takes number 3, the safety would take number 2. Okay, for rule purposes. But either case, the safety is always one of the adjusters, and our inside linebacker, so it's either the Mike or the dime, is the other adjuster. Boom, done. Okay. So at this particular point, all that said is check, bring it. Okay, check means change, bring it, baby. The two inside linebackers blitz the open gap on their side. So for the dime, it's the B. For the backer, it will always be the A that he's lined up in. I mean, that's it. That's how simple this is. So then what is meant by D-line stab technique, again, if you see any of my playlists where the stab technique is involved, stab is a shortened version of the slant. So instead of stepping at the hip of the next offensive lineman, they are literally just shortening the step to 6 inches. Okay, they are barely stepping. They're just trying to get a little bit of a threat in the gap to this lineman to try and widen him out a little bit so we can open up the blitz. Okay, So that's what they're doing, and they are penetrating. It's all about penetration. If this is a situation, check, bring it. We are rushing the passer. Will react to the quarterback run. Okay. And as you can see, all the gaps are taken up. So this would necessitate the quarterback getting around the edge. Okay. And that is where this rover, in this case, would peel, as would the stud. So they would be responsible for force to answer that question. If the tight end were to block, then he's going to get squeezed down by the whip. And if the quarterback were running, he's got to stay with the tight end, because if the tight end releases, quarterback's going to dump it over his head. So it's going to be left to the rover and the stud to get force. Okay? I mean, that's the way it works. And again, three things: check, bring, it. It's just an all out blitz. And that's what we do out of Bulldog. All right. Bulldog, bring it. Again, bring it. The only time we say bring it is in Bulldog, BB, this name association. And this is how we adjust. So the final thing here, there is no bracket. It is simply cover red, which is straight man, no help anywhere, and that's what that means. There are no brackets. So defenders in coverage do not rely on any inside help, because there is none. Okay? As always, please, any questions at all, reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com, and I hope you'll subscribe to MJS Coaching Football. Have a great day.